assets, how assets appreciate, and what drains your wealth. So we're going to talk about assets. Understanding assets in the sense that what you own, is it growing your wealth? Is it appreciating? For instance, real estate. You purchased a piece of real estate, $500,000. 2 years later, it's worth $550,000. You just earned $50,000 in your wealth because of the appreciation of that piece of property. A business. 1 year you're earning, your gross receipts are $1 million. 3 years later, it's $2 million. You now have appreciated the value of your business. These are the things that assets are built off of. And you want to understand how assets grow. So things that you invest your money into have to build. Every dollar that you spend, is it growing your wealth or is it draining your wealth? Now, liabilities. The typical liability that everybody tends to do is go buy stuff, luxury items, things that make you feel good, but bring no value other than they make you feel good. Okay, so, but once you put it on, once you drive it off the lot, or whatever you choose to do, it loses its value from its original purchase. Because if you try to bring it back, it's not going to have the same value as you spent money on. Now, you have to understand liabilities, what drains your assets, those are called liabilities. Okay, understand the terminology. So liabilities is what drains your assets. All right, so those are things, like I mentioned, items that you purchase, luxury items, or just things that don't bring value. However, I'm going to tell you a little story. What happens when your asset becomes a liability? I have a client that owns real estate, has utilized their insurance policy multiple times, and now the cost of owning that real estate has gone up. And it's a rental. So the rent no longer covers the cost of the mortgage and the cost of the insurance and the cost of the taxes. So now it's become a liability when it comes to passive income. It may appreciate a little bit more over time, but the concept of passive income, or the concept of buy and hold, just went out the window, because now it's actually costing you money to own that asset. Therefore, it just shifted from an asset to a liability. No different than an investment when the markets drop. What was growing you money, you've lost it. Okay? So you have to understand, it's when your assets are growing or appreciating. And a lot of the assets that I'm talking about are tangible. Real estate, businesses, things that you can actually touch, feel, those types of items. Okay? So understand the difference between an asset and a liability. It's important that your assets are appreciating, because if they're not, they're probably a liability. And then you understand that every dollar you spend, where are you spending it? Is it growing you wealth? That's what I want you to know. That's what I want you to walk away with, is knowing the difference.